Right. Now, the Chief Justice, Sophia Kufo, is currently in the Ho Central Prisons to supervise her very last Justice for All program. The Chief Justice retires next month, and she has been instrumental in the running of this program, which got rejuvenated after JoyNews' Locked and Forgotten documentary, which exposed the inhumane treatment of remand prisoners across the country. The high point of today's sitting was 18 female high commissioners and ambassadors serving in Ghana, accompanying the Chief Justice to observe proceedings. Justice Clement Onyenuga is the chairman of the Justice for All program. Now, before that, why don't we go live to Ho, where the Chief Justice is currently giving an address.
And as the paralegal program comes on board, you need to partner with whatever system is put in place, because that will enable your work to be available on a wider basis. Because when I took I did my travels across the country, I did realize that there are so many courts in this country, especially lower courts in the countryside, where because of distances, because of demand, because of economic limitations, professional lawyers don't think it's worth their while even to go there. But the people who live there, the people who need legal services, it is worth their while to have some kind of trained services. So begin to expand lengthen your cords, as the Bible says. You lengthen your cords. So I'm very grateful to the commander and his staff, and we visited the female prison, and I think we were all extremely happy and pleased to go there because of the initiatives that they have also started. And I hope that that initiative is a model that other prisons are using or are planning to use, because it helps in many ways to ensure that by the time people leave, they have something that they can earn from. Now, the statistics of today's work: we had 27 applicants. 2 were discharged unconditionally. 2 were convicted, but they were bonded. 14 were granted bail. 8 applications were refused, and 1 application was struck out. So out of the 27, all 27 were handled one way or the other. So thank you all very much.
On that note, we want to appreciate you for coming, the lawyers, paralegals, police, prisons, especially the CIDs. You know, when you are reviewing this, we had some doctors, today didn't get time to work. We have psychologists, sometimes we talk on their mindset. We have pastors who counsel them. So all of you, including those we couldn't mention particularly, let me note the media, we really appreciate what you.
Right, so let's now quickly hear from the chairman for the Justice for All program, Justice Clement Onyenuga, and let's find out how far the commission has come with its work.
The Justice for All program is held in all prisons in the country. It has been held in Sawam, Ankafo Annex, the Central Prison, Kumasi, Tamale, Kokoridua, Sunyani, Sekendi, and Ho, as well as the local prisons in Obuasi, Pando, Salaga, Yendi, Navrogo, and Takwa. The special court sections are presided over justices of the Superior Court in the prisons. On the whole, all approved remand prisoners have access to the Justice for All program and free legal aid, as offered by the Ghana Bar Association, the Legal Aid Commission, without any financial commitment from the prisoners. It is noted that the remand population, which was 33% of the total population of the prisoners in 2007, was 2.8%, reduced to 2.8% in 2018, and as of 18th October 29, it slightly rose to 13.1%. In conclusion, the Justice for All program has been of immense assistance to the poor and vulnerable prisoners and has greatly enhanced their human rights It has also decongested the prisons in Ghana and has enhanced the country's human rights image in the treatment of prisoners. The program has also increased access to justice, with the prisoners benefiting from the court sitting at their doorsteps. Finally, on behalf of the Justice for All program, especially the National Remand Review Task Force, and as its chairman, I wish to highly commend the leadership, the Chief Justice, Justice Sofa Ebiakufo, for her tremendous support for this program, and we are very, very grateful to her leadership, the Chief Justice, and we say we are so proud of you, your leadership. Thank you.
All right, now this is an impactful program that was revived following the Locked and Forgotten Hotline documentary produced by JoyNews' Seth Kwame Boateng. That award-winning documentary sparked a revival of the program with inclusion and participation from various stakeholders, besides the Chief Justice, who of course spearheaded this program under her tenure. Now that that tenure is coming to an end, it's time for us to assess the future of this program, looking forward to the next phase and next incarnation of it. Seth Kwame Boateng joins us on the phone. Of course, he is the award-winning journalist who produced Locked and Forgotten. Seth, it's good to speak to you. But the Chief Justice's time is coming to an end. Talk to us about the impact that she in particular has had on the revived Justice for All program.
Sittings ended a while ago, and Chief Justice and all the dignitaries who followed her just gave us a briefing. And before I tell you exactly what the Chief Justice said, let me take you through the applications that came before the two courts today. Among the 27 applicants who appeared, 2 were discharged unconditionally, 2 were convicted, discharged, and bonded. They had 14 of them were granted bail, 8 applicants were refused, and 1 application struck out. The Chief Justice says she's happy that all the processes or initiatives she started when she assumed that position are running, and she's retiring so excited because all the things she put in place are running, and as she goes on retirement next month, she's going to sit quietly and monitor how all the processes she activated, or the number of things that she activated, are being implemented. Then we also had the UN representative in Ghana. She was concerned about the overcrowding situation in our prisons and how we could improve on human rights in the country. As you can see, the Chief Justice just passed, and she's leaving the us here as she has other programs to attend. But the UN resident coordinator mentioned how we are going to improve the justice system in Ghana, how we're also going to improve the prison conditions. She particularly appealed to government to look at the feeding fee. You know, it's still 180 pesos a day for 3 meals a day, and it's woefully inadequate. And she was concerned about that it's time the government also improved on that, top that money. And Ho Prison, where we are now, is supposed to take about 150 inmates, but as we speak, the place has 509 inmates, and the overcrowding is quite huge. And so the UN representative was also concerned about that. And she also called on government to also introduce alternative sentences so that we can, in a way, reduce the conditions, the congestion in the prisons. Kojo.
And of course, as her tenure comes to an end, the program is not coming to an end. It is certainly going to evolve. Talk to us about the future. How do you see this extending, and how many more people are in our system who are in need of this intervention?
Kojo, the line wasn't so clear, but if I heard you right, I don't know if you were talking about how many people are left who must also experience the Justice for All program. If that is the case, for now, those who appeared before, those who were assigned to appear before the 2 courts, that happened, but the Chief Justice has hinted that from next year, January, every region, the Justice for All program is going to be decentralized, so that every region would have its own Justice for All program. Every quarter, they should it must be organized so that judges wouldn't have to leave their judicial headquarters and go around the country for that to happen. So she has given instruction that is going to be done in every region, and the regions will take care of that, Kojo.
All right, that's wonderful, Seth. And of course, all of this came out as a result of the work you did on Locked and Forgotten. Thank you so much, and let's continue to get updates on this as it unfolds.